New video today. We're going to be doing a N64 tier list maker. This is currently being done on twitch.tv/Slakks, so let's get on into it. As many know, N64 was by far my favorite console ever made. I have quite a solid collection of majority of these games, missing a few of them here, so I'm going to do my best to give you my honest opinion on games. If I had never played them or just genuinely think that they aren't good, I'm going to be putting them lower on the list, obviously. But let's start. We're going to go from top to bottom, and we're going to do every single game. Please give me your opinions on the games that I list from S to F in the comments down below. And if you think that I am completely wrong, that is okay too. So we're going to jump into it. So I think everything is set up. We're going to start off with The World Is Not Enough 007. I don't know. In my opinion, my honest opinion, just initially thinking about this game, I don't think it's as good as Goldeneye, you know? So I'm going to just put this at a D. I mean, I played it a little bit, not as big of a fan as I was of the 007 Goldeneye game, because that one was just an instant classic. Like that, you know, that game I think just beats out this one. This one I think came afterwards, if I am correct on that, but I don't think it was as good as Goldeneye. Goldeneye was just the game that everybody played. If you were an N64 kid, you played Goldeneye. You played slaps only. Whoosh, you know, you played fucking, you know, if anybody picked Odd Job, they got bopped off the controller, and you were fucking having a fist fight with your 14-year-old fucking cousins. You know, you're 6 years old, you're smacking your cousin around because he picked Odd Job. You know what I mean? So this one we're gonna put at a D. All right, 1080 snowboarding game. In my opinion, one of the better snowboarding games. I don't think it's as good as SSX, specifically SSX Tricky. That was my favorite snowboarding game I think I've ever played. A pretty good game. I'm gonna put this at a C because I never played it that much. It was a good snowboarding game though. I definitely have played it before. Don't think it's as good as like, oh, there's that other snowboarding kids game. I can't remember what it's called. What is it? Let's go look it up. Snowboarding game N64. Snowboard Kids. Yeah, Snowboard Kids was a fucking banger, dude. See, that's the only thing, though, is like there's not every single... These are just the majority of like the popular games. So if they had Snowboard Kids would beat out 1080. My opinion. But who knows? I mean, it'd be a close one, but I think Snowboard Kids is better than this. I put this at a C. Banjo Kazooie. All right, I played a lot of Banjo Kazooie when I was younger. This one, instantly B. All right, Banjo Kazooie, a classic, a rare classic. Everyone wants this game to come back. He was just added to Smash Ultimate. It's a banger game. It's a good open world game. Ukulele, not gonna lie, a rare game that I actually do like, and I will be playing that on stream. Twitch.tv/Slakks. Gotta plug that shit. This game is good. This is a solid game. Really good open world feel to it. You got to pick up the puzzle pieces to build the thing, like kind of like Super Mario 64S when you jump into the paintings. The same thing. Picking up feathers, eggs. You got Banjo and you got Kazooie. Banjo's the runner. Kazooie's going to be shooting eggs, flying around the map. It's a super interactive game. I like it. All right, now we're going to Banjo Tooie. So this was the second one. It came afterwards. This was like at the end of the N64 era. In my opinion, not as good as Banjo Kazooie. I'm going to put this one in a C. I'm going to be a harsh critic here, okay? It's not going to be like, you're just instantly getting A's and S's. Yeah, I think Banjo Tooie, it was good. I did play it. I don't currently acquire it, but I would like to buy it eventually. Not as good as Banjo Kazooie. It felt kind of just like a duplicate copy, like I know a lot of people like with the Hitman games, like they're good, but they're just duplicates with like new maps and shit. And that's my opinion on this. This was just a duplicate map, a little bit different design. Banjo Kazooie, in my opinion, had a better storyline, more interactivity. The maps were cooler. Banjo Tooie was it was just eh. So I'm gonna leave that at C. Cruisin' USA, this game fucking sucks. In my opinion, racing games compared to the other racing games like the Diddy Kong Racing and others, yeah, this one's fucking ass. If you're gonna want to play a game that you could play at the fucking arcade for like $1.25, you just go to the arcade and play it because you're gonna play it once and you're gonna be bored as shit. So that's why this is an F. Diddy Kong Racing, this one's an A. Our first A of the day. Diddy Kong Racing is a classic game. All right. You know what? It's close to Super Mario. It's close to Mario Kart 64. To be honest with you, Mario Kart and this are close for the N64 because this era there was a lot of racing games, and Diddy Kong Racing was a fucking banger. This also has Banjo Kazooie in it. If you didn't know that, and this game was good. I mean, the storyline is sick. It's long. It's lengthy. There's lots of cool characters. There's battle mode, similar to like Mario Kart 64. This game is good. A lot of people don't remember Diddy Kong Racing that much, but this game fucking slaps. One of the best games, I think, in my opinion, one of the best racing games ever made. Again, I'm an N64 fanboy, so you might think, oh, you're Keenan, you're a fucking idiot. There's a lot of better racing games. Okay, go play fucking Need for Speed then on your PS2, dude. All right. Diddy Kong 64. This one's going A2. Insane open world interactivity. All right. You play Diddy Kong. You're playing the fucking, I don't know their names to be honest with you. You could play Diddy. You could play Donkey. I think is it not Daisy Kong. Anyways, you're playing the whole fucking squad. All right. The Donkey Kong rap is a fucking banger too. That song is fucking famous for being one of the best fucking video game songs ever made. It's good. The story's good. The bosses are fun. It's kind of similar to me to like a Banjo Kazooie kind of S game, but again, I think it's a solid game. Doom 64. I'm solely putting it in F because I never played Doom 64. I know of Doom, but I was never really a Doom kid. So I'm just putting it in F. Doesn't mean it's bad. If you think I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments because I never played Doom 64. So if that's a game that I should get and try out, let me know. But yeah, solely in F. I never played it. Excitebike 64. I have played Excitebike. I didn't like it personally. I think Excitebike's overrated as fuck. I mean, the Excitebike on like the fucking NES was good, but you also like you're playing with like 4 pixels, dude. It's like a giant square box. Like I could basically go play the fucking ET game and have more fun. I didn't like Excitebike 64. I don't really like motocross games either. Personal opinion. If I'm wrong, please tell me. I just personally didn't like it. Don't really know much about the game. I'm just gonna leave it in an F. F-Zero X. I'm gonna put this at a C. C. Excitebike Mario Kart is better. Lol. Yeah, literally. Excitebike Mario Kart is like literally one of the best maps. F-Zero X. I did play it. I liked it. I didn't like it as much as other racing games. I think I was too like young to like actually be good at it. So I don't really know. I'm kind of putting it in C just based off like what I played when I was a little kid, and I liked it. It was just like super fast, and I didn't really understand it that much. But I think if I played it, it would be higher. But just from me personally playing it, I'm just gonna put it in C. All right, GoldenEye 007. All right, this one's going. It's like an in between, but I think it's B. I think it's B. I mean, it's a good game. It's a solid game. Like literally one of the best shooting games on the N64. When I went back and played it like a couple of years ago, I didn't have as much fun with it, but I think it's just because I wasn't a kid and like now shooting games are just so advanced. So maybe that's why. But in my opinion, it's a really good shooting game. Shooting games on the N64 always kind of sucked. I think that's why I put it so low, or I put it lower, because almost all the shooting games were like shitty aim. It was auto targeting. It wasn't really that fun. Slaps was like one of the most fun modes, and like Golden Gun, like insta taps was always fun with like, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna put it in B. Still a really solid game. Definitely not shit. Like these games in B are not. I'm being a really harsh critic on these because there's so many fucking good games on the N64, but I'm gonna keep it in B. Harvest Moon. I'm gonna put it like. Again, if there's like a B minus, I think Harvest Moon's a B minus, but like, I'm being a harsh critic on these games, so I'm gonna put this at a C. Definitely not a bad game. It's really, really good. I think it's a little bit repetitive, but man, this was like a next gen open world Animal Crossing esque type game. You could like go to the horse races. You could like buy like shit for your horse, buy furniture, kind of. Make a nice lawn, make a nice like grass and shit like that, and make a nice garden. Fishing in this game was super fun. You can like name your dog, name your horse, name your animals, like that sort of shit. Basically, you're harvesting essentially the entire game, similar to like Animal Crossing, but less character design, I guess you'd say. So it's a good game. Putting it in C, but I'm putting it ahead of these ones. Actually, I'm gonna put these ones in front of that. But yeah, I think Harvest Moon's a good C here. not a bad game. Just based on the other games, it gets put down here. Hey You Pikachu. This one's a B. 100% a B. Hey You Pikachu was a super good game. I don't think it was amazing, but it was definitely a generational game where it's like you had the mic, you like tell Pikachu what to do, you like grow with Pikachu. You could do a super like interactive stuff like go fishing, walk around the house, walk around like the village, give it a bath and shit. It was essentially like a Tamagotchi back then, but on the N64. You're taking care of Pikachu. You're making Pikachu like what's the word, like you're taking care of it, growing with it in a more of like a pet rather than like a Pokemon, which was pretty cool. But then they had Pokemon elements. It was definitely like a next gen game. Like you could see, it came with like a like this little like mic that you would connect to the N64 controller, which was super cool. But yeah, I think a solid B, like a B there is a pretty solid thing. It's not like super crazy game. You're just kind of taking care of a Pokemon, but I think B's good. Star Force Gemini, I fucking hated this game. That's F. This just basically just is fuck. It's to me it was just boring. I don't like space shit. I think that's just it. I don't like space shit unless it's Halo. So yeah, F. Kirby the Crystal Shards. I'm putting this in a C, and I'm putting it ahead of this, but not ahead of F-Zero. I liked it. I'm not a big Kirby guy personally, but it was a fun game. I played it with my cousins a lot when I was little. I think it's fun. I think it's it's a cool designed game, interesting story, but definitely not ahead of the other stories like Banjo Kazooie, Donkey Kong. Not up to that at all. But I think C is solid. It's a good game. Nothing insane. Mario Golf. All right. I love sports. I like golf games, and I love Mario. So Mario Golf, that's a fucking A. Mario Golf is probably one of the better like cartoony golf games ever made. Hot Shots Golf, if anybody knows of that, was also a really good cartoon game, but that was on the PS1, PS2, PlayStation era. But Mario Golf, the amount of characters that you can play, the amount of holes there, like courses there are, the interactivity with like you can do like mini golf, you can do 18, you can do like chippers only, longest range. You can do modes where it's like your usability, so like you hit the ball and you get like a star, and it like rolls a lot farther, and shit like that. Or you do like this one where you like crank like a slot machine, and whatever happens on the slot machine, you have to do that on your next hole. Like super interactive, super cool modes. Mario Golf, one of the best sports games in my opinion. All right, Mario Kart 64. This one gets an A. All right, I'm gonna put this. Okay, I'm gonna put it like this: Donkey Kong over Diddy Kong, Mario Kart over Diddy Kong, and Mario Golf. Yeah, this is good. Mario Kart 64. Classic racing game. Everybody played Mario Kart 64. If you were a fucking Nintendo kid, you were on this shit daily, racing your friends just like now, just like how Mario Kart 8 is. Mario Kart 64 like made these Mario Kart games and just drove it way up. The maps are fucking sick. The racing is fun. You can play 4 races with your friends. I mean, there's not really much to say. Everyone knows Mario Kart 64, and it's a classic, so I'm putting it in A. Mario Party 2. All right. I'm a little bit biased here, but that's an A, and that's an A+. If there was an A+ section, this would be A+. Mario Party 2 was one of the best party games ever created, okay? It was interactive. The maps were super fun. The game modes were sick. The mini games were probably the best out of, I think, in all 3 of the Mario Party games that were on the N64, in my opinion. It was insanely good. Mario Party like 4, 5, 6, and all those ones up until like they got shitty on like the Wii U and stuff. Those games look back at like Mario Party 2 and Mario Party 3, and they're like, damn, these games are fucking bangers. We need to take these same modes, literally just put it in the game, add new maps, and then people are gonna buy it. Like Mario Party 2 was so much fun. I still play it now with my cousins, my friends, when people come over. Mario Party 2 is an A+. Like it's at the front of the list of the A's. 110%. All right, we go on to Mario Party 3. Okay, so in my opinion, Mario Party 3 is good, not as good as Mario Party 2. The same thing that incorporates why Mario Party 2 is good. Mario Party 3 was good, but on a little bit of a lesser scale, but it was still good. I think the mini games of Mario Party 3 weren't as good as Mario Party 2, but I think the interactivity with like the map and shit like that was way better. But I think Mario Party 2 just did everything so much better than the other ones. And I played Mario Party 2 more, so I'm a little bit biased. Mario Party 1. This one's in front of the line B, not in front of 007 though. I'm gonna put that there. It was good, but I think again Mario Party 2, Mario Party 3 did things better, and it's not better than these two. It was like ahead of its time, right? Mario Party was ahead of its time. This game was good. People say it's like, oh, it's shit. People need to realize they never made a game like that before. Minus like PS1 had like that Crash team fucking game. But I this could be the actual first like legit party game ever made. I don't know that for sure, but people basically just back off of this because Mario Party was like insanely good, right? So I'm gonna put Mario Party 1 at a B, like a middle B, so just a B. These are like B pluses. This is a B. This is like a B minus, or like a B or B minus. Mario Tennis, that's gonna go here. That's gonna go in A. Mario Tennis is an insanely good sports game. A lot of people didn't like sports games, but the Mario franchise destroyed the sports genre. Racing, golf, fucking tennis. They added Mario fucking football. I would have bought it and played it and would have liked it. Mario Tennis is so good. Like, playing 2v2s with your friends, the modes, I wish they would have increased the difficulty a bit when you do like the solo on the characters. They added like Donkey Kong Jr. to it, Shy Guy, Boo, some crazy cool characters, Birdo. Like they brought some characters that weren't really used that much and they put them in Mario Tennis. One of the best sports games, in my opinion. One of the best sports tennis games. And it shows why this one's so good because the last Mario that was on the Switch was not very good because they made it too crazy. This one is just super chill. You got like 3 hits. You got like blue hit, which curves it, A hit that's like a line drive, and like a power hit. And it made it it was super simple for anyone to play. So it didn't matter like who was jumping on it. You could just, oh, here you go. I'll teach you how to play. Super easy. Mega Man 64. I'm sorry, Mega Mans are only good. I'm gonna put it E actually. It's only good when it was on old consoles, when it was side scrolly and it was like the bosses were like known. As soon as they went to the 64-bit stuff, it wasn't that good. So I'm gonna put it in an E. I didn't play it, but I know people who had played it, and I would go to their house and they'd be playing Mega Man 64. Not a big fan of it. That's why it's an E. Bando, is it Bando Museum? Yeah, Bando Museum. Just a bunch of like Pac-Mans. Boring as fuck. Pac-Man, if you wanted to play Pac-Man, you just go play it at like an arcade, in my opinion. Paper Mario. All right, Paper Mario is front of the line B for me. I didn't play it all too much. I did beat it. I do own Paper Mario. I just never really got into it. I never really liked the turn-based damage system in it, similar to like Final Fantasies. I definitely liked the look of it and the style and like the design of the game was actually really cool. The story was good. I'm putting it in a B plus just because solely I never really was like super into it. It wasn't like my favorite game. I had other games that I would be playing, so it's a B plus for me. Perfect Dark. Hot take. I'm gonna put it here on a B, like a B. I'm gonna say like a B, just a solid B. Perfect Dark's good, just like Goldeneye. I think it's made by the same people. It was fun, or no, it's made by Rare. Yeah, so it is made by the same people. It's a good game. I just never really got into like the spaceship, the spaceship Halo-esque feel to it. I was more like a James Bond, like army undercover special agent stuff. So Perfect Dark for me, not as good as a GoldenEye 007. But it's a good game. It's fun. I've heard that it's a lot better shooting style than the other ones. But for me, just nostalgia-wise, GoldenEye 007 is better. Pilot Wings. All right, this one's gonna go ahead of. It sounds weird. It sounds weird that it's ahead of this, but Pilot Wings was actually a good game. All right, it's a meme game, but it's a good game. All right, you did some cool shit. The soundtrack was fucking awesome. Like literally one of the best N64 soundtracks, Pilot Wings. It's fun. It's kind of, it's fun for certain people, kind of boring for others. I loved the target shooting ones. Essentially, you're like in a fucking helicopter and you just fly around like the world. So it's basically like Microsoft Flight Simulator back in like fucking N64. So you got like 64-bit fucking like towers and shit that you're flying around, trying to like land on targets, fly around the map, shit like that. It was a good game. There's really not much to say about that. I think I just put it in C because there's like way more better games. But Pilot Wing 64 is a classic game. If you like flying around and like, like flight simulator-esque plane shit, not really any fighting or like landing and stuff like that, this would be a game that you probably like. All right, Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap. gotta think about this one for a sec. And I might rearrange these. If I think that they're S tier, but I don't think they are. Pokemon Snap's gonna go right here. I think is a good spot for it. So the A's you can see are huge. It's a lot of Marios, yeah. Pokemon Snap though is one of the most different created games that ever existed at the time. You know, they had that for the Game Boy, I think it was, where you could like take pictures on the Game Boy screen of your Pokemon, and like it would come out as like a fucking film, and you could like shake it, and you have pictures like your Pokemon in the thing. And they basically did that on the N64. The N64, or this game on the N64 was like insanely cool for Pokemon fans, right? Because you're in a different universe. You're not really fighting. You're more so just like watching them, right? You essentially just go down a track, take pictures of the Pokemon, give them to Professor Oak, unlocks new things for you. But it was interactive in the fact that you could like do things to make Pokemon evolve by like, you know, throwing apples in certain spots. They'd go into certain areas. Like for example, like Slowpoke, he'd walk into the water, eat an apple, and he put his tail down, and a Cloyster would jump on his tail, and it would turn into fucking Slowbro. You know what I mean? Like that. Like that was super interactive. That was really, really cool. The maps are super sick. There's so many Pokemon to take pictures of. I mean, it's not a hard game, but it's definitely a good game. If you've never played Pokemon Snap, highly recommend it. That's why it's in the... I'm just going to say a solid A in this section. Pokemon Stadium 2. All right. This is also, I think, right... I'm trying to think now. I'm going to actually swap these. No, I'm not. Okay, so it's going to go right here. It's going to go like an A. This is an A+. Pokemon Stadium 2 was insanely good. It was, like, for anyone that liked competitive Pokemon or just fucking fighting and just doing shit like that, it was insanely good. It had the Gen 1, Gen 2 Pokemons, better than the Pokemon Stadium 1, obviously. They had new gens, better modes. They had fun game modes for, like, kids. Like, you could do, like little, like, battles. Like, they'd have little, like, mini games, I guess you'd say, similar to, like, a Mario Party, right? Pokemon Stadium 2, like, there's nothing really much you can say about it. Essentially, you just pick your roster, you go in and you fight, and it was fun. The animations were sick. The caster is, like, one of the most iconic voice lines in the game, or in like, any games. I still play this now with my friends. Like, when they would come over before, we'd play this shit all the time. Pokemon Stadium 2 is a solid game. That's why it's in the A+. That's as simple as that. Okay. Pokemon Stadium is ahead of Pokemon Stadium 2 just based on the fact that I played this more than Pokemon Stadium 2. This game came out like perfect time when I was playing games. Pokemon Stadium 2, I was more of a Gen 1 kid also, so this was a little bit easier. This one, they had a lot of characters with a lot of new abilities, but I just think Pokemon Stadium 1 is just better than Pokemon Stadium 2, so I'm putting it ahead of it. Star Fox 64. This one's a little bit hard because I did play this game a lot, but I'm going to put it here, I think, in like a B. It's fun. The graphics are kind of ass. The storyline is really, really cool. It's hard. It's actually a hard game. I like the storyline. The two-player mode is really, really fun. I just think other games did things better than Star Fox. The bosses were super sick, though. But it's going to be like a mid-B. It's going to be like a solid B for me. Star Wars Episode 1 Racers. Okay, this is like... I'm going to put this ahead of F-Zero because I actually did like this game a lot. Star Wars Racers was a classic game. Super, super fun. There was definitely some things they could do better. It was a solid racing game. Graphics weren't amazing, but they did what they had to do. And it was a different style. I'm going to just put it like a solid C. C to C+. It was a good game. Other things did it better. I think there's other racing games that are just better than this. But in the Star Wars universe, it was cool. All right, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Based on other games, I'm going to have to put this in the D section. It was good. I played this game a lot with my cousin. I just think that it wasn't as polished as it could have been. Other games do things better. Nostalgia factor, a lot of people never played this, so I can't really put it up higher than like a C. This is like a C/D. It's not a bad game, though. Again, this list is really, really hard because I have to go off of personal opinions, games that I played like a lot myself, games that people know that are really, really good. It's a good game, just not up there in like the A or B section. All right, Shadows of the Empire is better, in my opinion, than that. I'm going to put this here. So Shadows of the Empire is a solid C. Really good game. Sick storyline. Was one of the most fun like third-person shooting games I've played. I loved the Hoth missions. That was like one of the most like I literally would reload my saves back from the Hoth missions because this game was so much fun. It's not as good as the other other games based on the fact that it's kind of like linear, like a Goldeneye where you have to do like these same missions over and over again. But it was very fun, so it's gonna be like a solid C for me. All right, Super Mario 64. No one can say that this is not S plus or S. This is not S tier. Super Mario 64 is 100% S. It's literally one of the best, like, it's the best Mario game ever made. And it shows now with the Mario games that come out on the Switch, on the Wii, on the Wii U. They all implemented off this game. Being as old as it is and as good as they made this, it's insane. It's insanely fun. The maps are super fun. It's interactive. It's like almost feels like open world. There's lots of stars, and it's hard. It's not easy. Some of the stuff in the game is actually pretty hard to do. The boss fight on Bowser is amazing. It's so much fun. It's long. Like there's definitely, I mean, like the speedrunning factor too to it, like changes for me as I love speedrunning. But Super Mario 64, one of the best games ever made, in my opinion. I'm an N64 fanboy, and this is like a game you have to have. I own it. I also own it behind me in the Japanese box version. If you never played this game, you're missing out. This game is insanely good. You can see that they remastered it too into like into the Switch with the Super Mario 64, Super Mario Galaxy, and is it Super Mario Galaxy 2? I think both of them. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much else to say. This game is... Oh, no, sorry, Super Mario Sunshine. There's nothing much else to say. This game is just amazing. All right, Super Smash Brothers 64 is going here. All right. Super Smash Bros 64 is an A plus close S. This game was ahead of its time again. A fighting game with your favorite characters, and they're all cartoons, and it drew popularity into the next generation of games, into the Super Smash Bros. Melee, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Ultimate, etc. Super Smash Bros. Was insanely fun. No one can ever tell me that there was a better fighting game at the time than Super Smash Bros. On the N64. I don't remember if there was any games for the Sega Genesis that were similar to this. There could have been, but the open world, not so like it wasn't really like a side scroller. I wouldn't really call it. It was more of like an open free roaming platformer fighter, which no one had done, and they added all the characters from the entire Nintendo collection into this game. Obviously, they couldn't do some people because of copyright and stuff like that. But Super Smash Bros. 64 is my overall second favorite behind Melee, but it was insanely good for its time in the N64. All right, Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. I have to put it in S. It's Legend of Zelda. It's insanely good. It's not better than Ocarina of Time, which I'm going to be doing next, but it was one of the best games ever made. I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan, as you know. I mean, I have Majora tatted literally on my arm. It's, in my opinion, the most fun open world. The story is so good. The fighting and the combat, the bosses, the open world, the like secrets in the game are next to none. No one has done it better, in my opinion, than they did with Legend of Zelda games. I think almost every Legend of Zelda game that ever came out was good. I don't think it was ever bad. It had a different take. It was a little bit twisted. It was a little bit for the older demographic, but I like that. I like that they had weird things. I like that they added, they added a few more things in terms of like the time management that they have in Majora's Mask from Ocarina of Time, which I didn't like as much, but it was still a really, really, really good game. The like side quests that you could do were kind of just, no one had done that like that before and made a game that was 64-bit and had that much open world interactivity. No shot. That one's an S for sure. All right, Ocarina of Time. It's going ahead of Majora's Mask. I also have, we'll stand up, the Triforce tattooed on me as well. So I'm a big Legend of Zelda fan. So as you guys can see, Ocarina of Time is my favorite game ever made. I don't think it breaks ahead of Super Mario 64, just on personal preference from a lot of other people that play the N64. But Ocarina of Time is my favorite game ever made. It is by far the most fun I had as a kid when I was younger. I played it probably I'd play N64 when I was a little kid, and then later when I was older, I went back to N64, started playing it for fun, if you were free or whatever, and I still had fun with it. The start of learning yourself as Link in a 64-bit era was from Ocarina of Time. No one had done it prior to, or no other Legend of Zelda game prior to that was in 64, and it put you in that different world, man. You didn't even know what was going on. The storyline is insanely good. The open map, the way that everything looks, the secrets, you know, the use of the ocarina, I think, was a super cool feature in the game that a lot of other games could look at and be like, all right, you can play the game, but then have features in the game that are a little bit different and acquire you to actually use your brain a little bit. So I like that. It's one of the best games ever made, in my opinion. And that's why it's an S plus 100%. All right, Tony Hawk Pro Skater is going to be a little bit lower on the list for me. I'm going to put it ahead of 1080, but it's going to be in a C to C minus. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I mean, skateboarding games were good. I don't think it was amazing. I think it was a pretty solid game for like one of the early 64-bit skaters. I didn't like the time system that they had in it, where you only had like 2 minutes, and I think that's why it's so low on my list, because my favorite skateboarding game ever is Tony Hawk's Underground 2. So again, another Tony Hawk game. But in this sense, it wasn't there. I didn't like the time management system. The skating was cool. The quests were okay. I feel like it was a little bit difficult for me, but I also never really played it like to an extreme level, so that's why I have it in a C minus section. Wave Race. All right, this one's 100% biased. I'm gonna put it in a B to B minus. Wave Race is hella fun. If you never played Wave Race, it is another really cool racer with a spin on it. It's super fun. The tricks are sick. The maps are cool. I think it's Dolphin Cove is like literally one of the coolest songs ever made in like a racing game / N64 game. That soundtrack is so sick. But Wave Race is literally one of the most pog games ever made. You have so much fun racing your friends in that. I wish they added more racers to the game, because I think when you race in it, you only race with 4 maximum. I wish it was 8. I wish it was 10. You can race with 4 people, but how many times did you have 4 friends over at the time when that game came out? Probably not that all too often, but it's an underrated racing game. That's why it's in B. Yoshi Story, I'm going to put this in an A minus section. I don't think it's better than the Mario games. Yoshi Story was super, super cool. It was a take off of, obviously, the SNES version with Baby Mario, where you're protecting him, trying to carry him through the map. I think that game is better than this Yoshi Story, but I think this Yoshi Story did a lot of things really, really well. But it was super, super cool. One of the most fun games to play. It was pretty hard, actually, so I do like that factor. I like the fruit management system in the game. It was good. I own this game as well, so I played it a lot. I'm going to just leave it in the A- section. But I think this set is pretty good. We're going to go over it one more time. I don't think I'm going to switch anything up. You know what I'm actually going to do here? I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to put Donkey Kong a little bit back, because I never played Donkey Kong as much. I beat Donkey Kong, obviously, but I never played it as much as I did these two, and I think this beats it out. I'm going to put it actually in front of here. I think this is as good. No. We're going to leave it here. I think this is perfect. I think for these games, these all look good. Actually, I'm going to put this in front of it. I think this is good. I think this is a solid list. Yeah, this will be the final list. I think that's it. I think this is a pretty good list. I mean, I love the N64. I'm super, super invested. I invested so much time in this game, in this console. I have like almost all of these games collected now, and I'm still looking to collect more. I want a lot of the boxes, but I think this is a solid list. So this is all done again on twitch.tv/Slakks. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitch, and also in my links down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have a very big passion for the N64 console, and I hope you guys took my take and let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. And again, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. If you guys liked it, definitely give it a like. Thank you.